So my first question to you is, with all this Coco Gauff stuff, how would you describe the rise of American tennis popularity in terms of the younger generation?
So Coco's breakthrough at Wimbledon was just amazing. I was over there, so I didn't see the coverage over here, but I heard about it secondhand. The media coverage, the excitement, the fact that she had inspired millions of new tennis fans. So, you know, for a player like her, 15-year-old girl who's so poised and has so much upside, but for her to also be such a great ambassador for the sport, and to draw people in who maybe were on the periphery and not hardcore tennis fans. I mean, it's a huge part of why developing American champions is so important. And hats off to her dad, who's her primary coach,
of course,
and her team. You know, she's got her head on right, and they're really focused on her long-term development, and I think we're going to continue to see great things from her.
It's amazing what she's done for the sport, and having that as a success story is fantastic. If you don't mind me asking, why would she do work in Paris with Patrick and stay at the academy versus maybe training in Florida a little bit more at the national campus?
Well, you know, part of our approach is that in USTA as a federation is that we try to be as flexible as possible in providing performance team support for our top players. So I wouldn't be the one to kind of talk about the support that we provided. Of course. That would really have to come from Coco and her team. But we're grateful that she's getting great training at Patrick's place. I mean, we're not in this to take credit. We're just here to help our players maximize their potential. And seeing her do that, regardless of where it is awesome. I guess I'll take one step back to what was really striking for me when Coco played Venus. Was just looking at how symbolic it was in the whole arc of time. With Venus playing her first professional match in 1994 when she was 14, and that was 10 years before Coco was born. And then Coco playing her first pro match last year when she was 14. And just seeing the impact that Venus and Serena have had on the sport in attracting players like Coco and others into the game. I just thought that was just really remarkable.
How would you describe, when looking for players to develop for the USTA, what are you guys initially looking for when it comes to developing a young player at such a young age?
Sure. So we kind of start our engagement with junior players. At the age of 11, we have a camp system that we administer over all 17 sections. And those camps are really designed to introduce players, coaches, and parents to some of the fundamental components of development. And making sure that we're kind of communicating the parameters for that development. We're evaluating the players, but most importantly, we're sharing that evaluation with the private coach, and we're depending on the guidance of the private coach to kind of let us know where we can support. So that's really our support structure in that 11 to 13 space. And it's all about coaching education, parent education, and building relationships with the private sector. The only way for us to be successful as a country is for us to support the thousands of private sector coaches that are working in the trenches every day.
So what would you say would be the most difficult part of that? Because it seems like there's a lot of components, like you said, that go into each one. What would you say is the most difficult to contribute to or to figure out when it comes to private coaching and their parents for the USTA?
Well, I guess I'm going to cheat on the question and give you two.
Go for it.
I think have equal importance.
Go for it.
One of it is that we have to continue to do a great job of attracting players into the game and making the game accessible and positioning tennis as a game that's affordable. Making sure that introductory experiences and training and tournaments are fun and social and short. That's one big piece of it, the recruitment piece. Because we need more better athletes. The second part of it is just making sure that the first coaches that those players interact with have a really firm grasp of what fundamental parameters are. Because tennis is a very skill-intensive sport. And one of the things that can accelerate or slow a player's progression is if they are introduced to the game with the right fundamentals. So the coaching ed piece is the other piece that's really important.
Of course.
Yeah, and we're continuing to invest in that.
And what you just said, you need to develop better athletes. So when you look at the men's and women's tours now, we have so many Americans, especially on the women's tour as well, in the top 100, top 200. What are some of them missing, would you say, to kind of get to that level where we can see maybe more Americans, I say, winning Grand Slams and going back to the 80s, 90s era where we just saw top 10 all the time?
Right. Well, look, I think there's been a huge paradigm shift in the late 80s, early 90s, when tennis became an Olympic sport, when the Berlin Wall fell, when tournaments started moving to Europe, federations started subsidizing. So I don't know if that type of global dominance is possible in the future.
Okay.
But I do know that we feel like we have 4 or 5 young men, because I think you're talking about on the men's side, that can break into the top 20.
Yeah.
And if you're asking what the challenges are, what the difference is, that tennis today, you have to be an athlete who's a great tennis player, not a great tennis player who's a decent athlete. And we've got that global competition, but I think you look at Taylor Fritz, Francis Diafo, Bradley Opelka, Gerald Donaldson will be back soon, Michael Moe, Tommy Paul. We've got guys that are a year or two away from making some huge breakthroughs, hopefully into the top 20 in the second week of Slam.
That's what we're looking for. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.